Hi student, welcome to botany class. Today we are going to see the construction of floral diagram and the floral formula. The floral diagram, it is represent the cross section of the flower. And the floral formula, it will be represent the number of whorls of the flower and characteristic features of the flower. Okay, let's enter the topic. The floral formula, it is a simple way to explain the salient features of the flower. So dichlamydes means the calyx and corolla is present. Actinomorphic, bisexual, androecium, gynoecium may be superior ovary or inferior ovary. These all mention the floral formula. So it will be represent the salient features of the flower. The floral diagram, it is representation of the cross section of the flower. It represents the floral whorls arranged in a view from the above. Which one? The floral diagram. View from the above, how the floral whorls are arranged. We can clearly see through the floral diagram. The floral diagram shows a number and the arrangement of the bracts. For example, this is a bract. Only the single bract is present. And the number and arrangement of bracteole. So here the bracteole is not present. So not present. And then the number arrangement of floral parts. The calyx and the corolla, androecium and gynoecium. And fusion. Here the androecium or fusion. And overlapping, whether it is a valvate estivation or twisted estivation or conciliary estivation, so like that. So that is a overlapping. And placentation. This is called marginal placentation. So the floral diagram, it will be represent the entire structure of the flower. Okay. The branch that bears the flower is called mother axis. Which branch they have the flower? That is called mother axis. The side of the flower facing to the mother axis is called posterior side. That is called posterior side. The side of the flower facing to the mother axis. And the side facing the bract. The side of the flower which facing to the bract is the anterior side. The number of the different floral whorls are shows the arrangement in concentric ring. This is a bract, another inside the corolla, inside the calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. It's a concentric layer. Here there will be clearly through mother axis, sepal or calyx, petal or corolla, androecium, gynoecium. So everything will be represented in the floral diagram. Next we are going to see the floral formula. BR, that is represented as a bracteate. The bract is present means that is a bracteate. We can represent a BR. Suppose we are mentioned EBR mean E bracteate, that means the bract is absent. BRL, that means bracteole is present, that is bracteolate. What is a bracteolate? Epicalyx. Epicalyx is present, that is a bracteolate. In this floral diagram, the epicalyx is absent, that is E bracteolate. So this symbol we are used for actinomorphic flower. That is, it mentions the symmetry of the flower. If you cut any plant, you get a T equal of, that is actinomorphic. So this symbol, it will be the percentage symbol, it mentions the zygomorphic or bilateral symmetry. If you cut the flower only one plant, then only you get a T equal half. This symbol is mentioned the staminate, that is a male flower. This symbol, it is a pistillate, that is a female flower. and both the male and the female are present. That is a bisexual flower. You can mention the arrow mark symbol is represent the staminate, plus symbol it will mention the pistil, male flower and female flower. When they mention the both mean that is a bisexual flower. K, the term is represented as calyx. Here the K5, that means the 5 sepals are present, but it's aposepal, not fused. When the 5, it will indicate within the bracket mean that is a synsepalous. Without bracket mean aposepalous, with bracket mean synsepalous. Synsepalous means the sepals are fused. Aposepalous means the sepals are free. And the C, the term is used to represent the corolla. In the floral formula, the C, the term we are using for the corolla, indicate the corolla. C5, without bracket, that is 5 petal apopetalous. C5 within bracket, that is 5 petal synpetalous. And the C within bracket 2 plus 3, that means corolla is bilabiate. Bilabiate with the upper 2 leaves, 2 low. The upper 2 leaves with the 2 low. And A, the term is represented for the androecium. A3 means the stamens are 3 apostamen. That means it's not fused, it is a free stamen. The A2 plus 2, that means the stamens are totally 4, it arranged in a 2 wall, that is didynamis. Each wall of the 2 stamens are free. Didynamis. Each will have a 2 stamen, but they are free. The A9 within bracket plus 1, that is stamens are 10, it presents a 2 bundle, that is diadelpy. 9 stamens are fused, it acts as a single bundle, and 1 is a separate, free stamen. And the arch, it will be represented epipetalous stamen. Arch. This arch is represented C with the A. This arch is represented epipetalous stamen. And A0, it will represent a stamino, that is sterile stamen, infertile stamen. A0 means. And the G, the term is represented for gynoecium or pistil. G2, that is a carpels are 2, is not mentioned in the bracket, so apocarpals. Here, the G3 within bracket, that means carpels are 3, syncarpals. G0, that means like A0, G0 or G0 means it represents pistillode, that means infertile gynoecium. Infertile gynoecium or sterile gynoecium. G, mention the line under the G mean, that is a superior ovary. When the line is mentioned above the G mean, that is an inferior ovary. When the line it will be mentioned in the middle of the G mean, that is semi-inferior ovary. When near the G, we can mention the infinity instead of 3 or 5 like that. We can mention the infinity mean the ovary are infinity in number. The carpels are infinity in number. So there is some example given in your book. It's a hibiscus floral formula. BR, bracteate, BRN, epicalyx is present. The flower are actinomorphic, bisexual because the androecium and gynoecium are present. K is mentioned the calyx, K5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But they are fused. So they are fused. So within bracket. And see corolla 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is not fused. Here it will be fused, here it is not fused. And androecium, infinity, it will be not countable. That is mentioned in the infinity. Within bracket means it is all present in a single bundle. Under G, we can mention the line under the G, so superior ovary, and 5 indicate the pentacarpellary, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pentacarpellary and the syncarpus, so this all fused. So syncarpus. It's a hibiscus floral formula. Next, Ixora coccinea, the floral formula. BR, bract is present. EBRL, that is bracteole is absent. Actinomorphic, bisexual, K4, that is calyx. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 within bracket they are fused. And corolla, 4. That is petal 1, 2, 3, 4. They are fused. So corolla is fused. And andrecium 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But epipetalous. Yeah, epipetalous. Next gynoecium. We can put the line below the G. So it is a superior ovary. And the two the carpels are fused. That is syncarpus. The Philander samaras. So here the staminate and pistillate flower. Staminate and a pistillate flower. You can see that bract is present. Bracteole is absent. Epicalyx is absent. Actinomorphic. It's a staminate flower. It's a stamen. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. So stamens are present. Perion 3 plus 3. Perion totally 6. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So totally 2 walls. Actually 6 tepals. They are arranged in 2 walls. That is 3 plus 3. Next andrecium. Andrecium 3, 1, 2, 3. And gynoecium G naught. When the gynoecium is absent, it will represent the entomorph. Okay. And then female flower, what? Bract is present, E bracteolate, actinomorphic, female flower, because only the gynoecium is present, andrecium is absent, and perion 2 walls, 6, 2 walls, 3 plus 3. It's not within bracket, so they are free. And andrecium A naught, that means andrecium is absent, it will mention the entomorph, and gynoecium. We can put the line under the G, so that means a superior ovary, and 3 carpel, 1, 2, 3. The carpels are united, syncarpus. So get the other Coccus nucifera, male flower and female flower, the same. The arrangement of floral walls, you can see that first one is bract, and then bracteolate, and then calyx, corolla, andrecium, and gynoecium. You can clearly know that the central portion occupies the gynoecium. Outer to the gynoecium, andrecium. Outer to the andrecium, calyx, corolla. Okay, so you can clearly know that. So, male flower, bracteate, E bracteolate, actinomorphic, male flower, because the gynoecium is absent. Perion, totally 6. Perion, totally 6 is arranged in 2 walls. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So, 3 plus 3, 2 walls. Andrecium is also 6. But they are arranged in 2 walls, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 2 walls, that is 3 plus 3. And G naught, that is gynoecium is absent, because it's a male flower. And female flower, bracteate, E bracteolate, actinomorphic, female flower, because the andrecium is absent. Period, totally 6, 3 plus 3, 2 walls, andrecium is absent. Gynoecium, the G represents the gynoecium. We can put the line below the G, so it's a superior ovary, 3 carpel. 1, 2, 3, 3 carpel, the carpels are united, syncarpus. Okay, so thank you, student. So that's all about the floral porphyry form. And next class, we are going to see the fruits. Thank you.